Hello. Hi, Herb in a Bucket. Welcome in. Hello, Time to Shine. Hello, hello. So, Ariel's just waking up because it's morning in Australia. So she's getting her coffee ready. And so we'll get started here in a little bit. Hello, Logan. How are you? So I am at my mom's house. My mom just had shoulder surgery. Hello, Tony Montgomery, which is Day in Day's husband. Hello. How are you guys doing? Hello, Green Granny Denise Pastel. I don't know how to say your last name, but you just changed your channel name, I could see. Denise. Very cool. Green Granny 2. Got it. Are you so you're gonna do some gardening on your channel, I'm guessing? That's cool. I need to work on some more gardening projects. It'll have to be after I get back home. So, how are you guys doing? Did y'all have a good weekend? How was your weather? Mine, we had some cold days here. We had some ice on the ground in Texas. And but today is good. The first time I went out today, I went out to check my mom's mail for her. And I put my coat on, but I really didn't even need it. So that's awesome. So hopefully by the time I get home, I'll be able to do some gardening. I need to do some more composting and some more getting some of my beds together and stuff. Mid-30s all week in southern Minnesota. Okay. We're trying, but keep getting so much snow. Yes, I understand. You could be working on your yard. In Texas, you could be working on your yard one day and it could be like snowing or freezing the next day. So Ariel's just making her morning coffee, which I understand. I'm having a little root beer myself. Hello, Life with Melinda and Chuck. How are you? Yes, today we're going to be interviewing Arielle Viking, venturer in the Victuals. The next interview I have coming up will be my husband Taz. That will be next week on his birthday. Then I'm going to have Rebel Canners on, and then Mountain Grandma. And that's as far as I have scheduled now. I have the next 3 scheduled, and then I have an opening after that. If anybody's looking to come on and do an interview, just send me an email at the email that is scrolling across the bottom. So, what did you put in your coffee, Ariel?
I've just got the supermarket version of coffee whitener. Coffee Mate, the supermarket version of that.
Awesome.
And baked sugar.
You put a plain creamer, but did you put a flavored creamer in there too?
No, plain creamer and then just some milk. But yeah, this one just it's equal fake sugar.
Oh, so one is cream and one is sugar.
Yeah. I'll see if I
can. No word spoken until you've had your coffee. Yes, agree. Yeah, she actually did speak to me for a few minutes before you guys came on. We were on, but not live yet. So we did talk for a few minutes. So she's not as grumpy as I am in the morning, because I am Miss Grumpy Pants. No talking.
Be grumpy in the morning.
Huh?
I can be grumpy in the morning,
You can't?
but yeah, more at like 7 a.m. instead of 9 a.m., which, it's just after 9 here now.
Yeah. 9's about when I usually wake up. Yeah, I think the Shed Wars draft is coming up. So the exact date on that, Lori, if you know the exact date on the Shed Wars draft, let me know.
Oh, I see. Yeah, Laurie said hi, so a big hi to Laurie. And I'm just looking here to see if I've missed anyone else. Logan, Green Granny 2, Tony Montgomery, and hope I haven't missed anybody, but I'm just sort of saying hi to everybody. Life with Linda and Chuck.
Yes.
Time
Yeah, I
to
saw my brother.
home.
And I saw my brother, and we were talking about Chuck from Life with Belinda and Chuck. And I was telling my brother that Chuck is a preacher. So,
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I was just watching Pastor Lon just before I'd sort of set up here and watching his latest, so about forgiveness. So that was quite an interesting
yeah, there's
video.
quite a few people that go on Sunday mornings with different messages, and then other channels that come up and read the Bible in the morning. So I've been watching Blackberry Rock Homestead do her morning Bible reading, Bible studies in the morning.
Oh,
I've been
yeah.
catching a couple of these straight. Hello, Brampton Gardner. How are you? So that's what we've been doing. Are you ready to get started, Ariel?
Yeah, pretty much. I was out yesterday from about 10 and I got back about 4 home church group. So, yeah, I was that was my Sunday yesterday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's true. Okay, first question. How long have you been on YouTube?
This is my 4th year. I had my 3rd year anniversary. It was towards the end of December, the start of January.
Awesome. Why did you decide to start a YouTube channel?
Well, I've been watching YouTube for years and years and years, of course, obviously. I think I set this account up, I think 2012 or something, but I'd sort of watched YouTube even before that, ever since it started. And not long before I started this channel, I lost a job I was doing. And I thought, well, really, I've been wanting to do a YouTube channel for a long time. So I just bit the bullet and started it.
Yeah. Hello, Shift Kicker. How are you?
Oh, I
Yeah,
love that name, Shift Picker.
I didn't know how my family was going to take it when I was going to tell them. I was a little bit nervous about it. I was like, I don't know what they're going to say. Do you remember what the first YouTube channel you ever watched was?
Well, back in the day, 2000, I think 2008 or something when it started, I'd say it was probably music. I was living in Asia at the time, of course. That would have been when I just moved to Thailand, and of course I was missing a lot of the Indonesian music. So probably the first I watched was a music band in Indonesia called Peter Pan. They call themselves Noah now.
That's cool. I bet they have some neat music. Hello, Matthias.
Yeah, they sure do. But as for YouTube channel as in started up for only YouTube, I think it might have been, it was a choice of 3. It was either TA Outdoors, My Self Reliance, or
Uh-huh.
bushcraft tools. And
Bushcraft
actually,
in your life.
bushcraft tools, Dustin has actually been a really great supporter of my channel and has
Yeah, that's surprising.
given a lot of support and encouragement.
There's not a lot of channels that get that big and are still supportive to you on an individual basis. So that's pretty cool. How long have you lived in Australia?
This would be my 6th year. Time does fly, though.
I knew you had lived a few other places. So where else have you lived before?
Well, I lived a long, long time in Jakarta, something like about 18 years.
Where's
Jakarta,
that?
the biggest city in Indonesia, the capital. And that's situated on Java Island.
Oh.
Where the expression for coffee Java comes from.
Where were you actually born?
I was actually born in Melbourne, here in Australia.
In Australia, okay.
So that's the only reason why I really came to Australia, because I had Australian citizenship, and that I took off from Australia when I was sort of 16 and a half, something like that.
Yeah.
But other than Australia, so I mean, I sort of didn't get any of my qualifications here, and I'd sort of most of my real development or growing has been done abroad. I've lived in Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand. But of course, living in, those countries, you extensively travel all over Southeast Asia and even into Asia itself. And I have sort of been to Europe a couple of times and been to America a couple of times as well.
Mm-hmm. So I heard you say one time that you actually want to move to the USA. What state would you move to if you were going to move here? I mean, do you have your eye on something?
I've got my preferences. I love the northern states. I mean, Maine is beautiful, or anywhere in the New England area, but also, like Montana, Idaho, that sort of area. Alaska is really fascinating, but I don't know if the winter might be just a bit too long. But I do love snow and ice and snow and beans and fall and all those things.
Yeah. Well, the only difference between living in Texas and living in the New England area, because I did live in Rhode Island for 5.5 years myself, and Montana, also New England and Montana, those states are going to be a little more expensive to live in. So if you want to go into more cheaper living type stuff, that would be more like your southern states. It just depends on what you're looking for. Yes, it's beautiful. But so I just thought I'd throw that out there. It is more expensive to live there. The housing and rent is more expensive. Groceries are more expensive, and
I certainly know about expensive living here. I've lived in very cheap living in Southeast Asia, and then here, one of the most expensive countries in the world currently to live in.
Yeah. When I lived in Rhode Island, all of my friends who were young adults all lived with their parents because the rent was so expensive they couldn't afford to live on their own unless it was a roommate type situation. So now, of course, that's 2 years.
I'm on an angle I was seeing, so I thought, I better.
I can't imagine that it's changed much, though, that it would be less expensive now. So, but it is beautiful. I want to visit there. I've always
in relation.
What's that?
It's probably the same in relation. It's not going to get any cheaper.
Yeah.
wouldn't think. I got
Yeah.
this thing in the way. Ring light. Moved my phone, and then the thing for the ring light was sort of in the screen, so I'll get rid of that.
So I think you were in the live when I was interviewing the Rusty Pepper. And I think you were saying that you were adopted or a foster child. Is that true?
Yep.
Is there
Yep.
anything about that you would want to speak about or would rather not speak about?
We can give a quick rundown of that.
Yeah.
I was born at least 10 weeks premature, and I spent the first 3 months of life in the hospital's NICO unit in one of their incubators. Then after that, I was fostered for a couple of months, and then my adopters got hold of me. And yeah, let's just say adoption wasn't a very good experience for me.
Mm.
And I was just so different to them as well. Looked nothing like them, didn't think anything like them. So, your DNA is just so important. And, my DNA is obviously very, very different to theirs was. And my actual background's quite different to theirs. So, the Viking part of my name is actually reflecting my DNA, because I've done a DNA test, and the biggest part of my ancestry is Scandinavian.
Huh. That's interesting. Yeah, I've never looked at it, but I could see that, if you didn't always know your mom and dad, you would want to know. I could see how you would want to know that, That's definitely, yeah. We
Yeah,
don't realize how good we are.
yeah, we
Huh?
don't want to know where we come from.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, definitely. So when I'm watching your videos, I'm trying to tell if you're in a house, like a duplex, or like an apartment. And duplex just means there's some people living over here and some people living over here on this side. So I don't know if y'all have the same, what you call it.
Well, you could basically call where I live, it's downstairs of the main house, and it's like a built-on apartment.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's what I was thinking. It was something like that, which kind of almost goes in along with the kind of what I was thinking, like almost like a duplex, like you're living in part of the house, somebody else's. Are you living by yourself though in that part,
Yeah.
or do you have a roommate?
I have a housemate, but she lives in the other part of the house. So,
Okay, but in your
we,
part, you're by yourself.
yeah, yeah.
That makes sense. I heard you say something about gardening. Have you done gardening in the past?
I have in the past, yeah, and it's something when I owned my own property, I actually did a lot more often. Would grow a few vegetables and a bit of fruit and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I'd love to grow more here, but it's sort of, we could sort of get kicked out any time, and because it's a rental. And I'm sort of loath to go to a lot of work and expense planting a garden and then having to leave it. So I'll keep a few things in pots, and actually I'm going to try something with the pot. I've got some sprouting garlic, and it's probably getting close to the time here that I should plant it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pop it into a couple of pots in some potting mix, and we'll just see what happens. I just bring a bulb up and it's all sprouting. I bought it cheap, and it had to be used up quick, but a lot sort of started sprouting, so I'm going to take advantage of that.
Yeah. I didn't have good luck with garlic, so I can't help you there.
I've never grown it. It used to grow virtually wild in one garden where I lived in Indonesia, so I'm just going to see what happens. If I get some garlic, it's a bonus.
I don't really know. Because I'm on my phone, I can't really see everything that's going on in the chat the way I normally could on a laptop. So I don't really know what's going on with the two people in the chat that are having trouble with each other. I'm not at all taking sides. I value both of you. But I can maybe look at it after it's been posted to see what you guys said back and forth to each other. But at this point, I can't see it. So um, I don't know exactly what you are talking about. I'm not ignoring you. I can't read but only two comments at one time. So I don't know exactly what's going on. So I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's happening. But anyway, I just want to know that it's happening. But I don't know what you're talking about.
I think they have some bots.
What?
I think there've been some bots.
Bots? Okay. I thought maybe I didn't know. Yeah, I can't look at my phone to see anything, so I don't know at all what they're talking about. Have you ever done any hunting or fishing in your lifetime?
Yeah, I tried hunting once when I visited upstate New York with an ex-boyfriend, and it was such fun. And
Yeah.
of course, I've tried fishing a couple of times too, and that was really fun. And I'd really like to take that one up again too.
Yeah, what kind of hunting were you doing? What were y'all hunting for?
Oh, nothing really major, only things like rabbits or foxes or
Yeah,
ducks or that
little
sort of thing. Nothing very exciting like deer or coyotes or bears or anything like that.
So I see that you do quite a bit of cooking on your channel. Do you have any other hobbies? Hello, Andale Homestead.
Well, a lot of my hobbies, the last 2 years have been severely curtailed. Travel used to be one of them. Reading, that's a hobby that I do. I'd like to get into crocheting and try that, but something I've never tried, and it really interests me. And it actually interests me more than knitting. Just thinking what else I do. Sort of all sorts of things I've tried craft-wise, but I'm not really that crafty for most of them, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm better with glue and stuff like that. I'm trying to learn how to crochet, but I'm not picking it up very well, honestly. But I am going to start making earrings and stitch markers. And I just made an Easter wreath. And I've started working on my scrapbooking paper craft stuff again. So I'm trying to get back into doing crafting and stuff. Do you have a pet? Cat, dog, turtle?
No. Well, being in a rental situation, and then I could end up sort of being halfway back around the world again. I wouldn't want to have to leave a pet behind and rehome a pet. I just don't think it's very fair on them. And also here in this rental, it's hard to sort of have pets too. I think things might be easier now, but for a long time, there was sort of, a lot of owners and realtors would actually ban pets in certain places and, certain properties, and it was very hard to always get approval for pets. And it was quite often an advertising point for rentals, pets accepted or that sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess that problem's kind of everywhere, but so I noticed you had put out a couple of videos about food shortages. Are you seeing any food shortages right now?
It sort of varies between different stores, but there's always big gaps on the shelves these days. And
we had trouble finding crackers for a while, and then bread, crackers. Lots of the bottom shelves that used to be full are now empty.
Mm.
And even the section where we used to have plates, napkins, and cups that were in colors for parties, None. There's almost none there anymore. It's
Pretty much
crazy.
the same here. And, you know, it used to be you'd go to the supermarket and all the shelves were absolutely filled. But now, you know, the very bottom shelves and the very top shelves are often completely empty. And there's gaps, you know, even in the shelves at eye level. And a lot of favourite brands that we might have had aren't available anymore. They're sold out or not available. And, you know, you might have to substitute to a different brand or something if you want that product.
Yeah. Do you have another YouTube channel besides this one, or is it just this one and your personal one?
Just this one, and then the, you know, the personal account or the business account that I actually just run other people's, you know, live streams on to help them out with ours or playlists or that sort of thing, that I've never put anything up on.
Yeah.
So it's only this one that I've actually put any content up on.
I'm going to make a little informal announcement right here, and only the people in here are going to be the ones to hear it. So a while back, you know, different of people in the prepping community were having trouble with their channels, and they were getting taken down because of, you know, controversial subjects and stuff like that. And I had hit on a few of those subjects myself. Hello, Mennonite Farmhouse. So back a ways back, I decided to start a third channel, and I was going to use it just to make short videos on, right? And then I thought, well, it'll never really have any time on it if I don't make regular videos. So I just started putting out little travel videos on there. And then when I joined the Game Plus Share thing, I started watching a lot of crafting channels. So I decided to turn that little third channel that was supposed to be for a backup channel into a crafting channel. And the name of the channel is Southern Sandy Crafts. So if you see my name in the chat, that's me. I just recently turned it into a crafting channel because I want to do my jewelry making, wreath making, paper crafts, scrapbooking, all that stuff on there. Because as I started watching all those channels, I decided I wanted to do crafting too. So this is an informal announcement. You only heard it if you were in here right now. So there you go. There's the announcement. So I saw a video where you said you were going to make a cake in a rice cooker. That's pretty cool. Where do you do that at? Like in the microwave? Hello, Daz. Hi, Elsie.
I'll just go and I'll get my rice cooker and I'll show you what the rice cooker actually is. The cake wasn't a success, but I left the video up anyway because I thought it would be interesting. And I've still got rice in this from what I cooked up last night, and I'll actually better put this into the refrigerator and
oh, that's a nice one.
But yeah, these are actually fairly cheap. You could probably get similar from Walmart for about $15.
Yeah, it looks kind of like a crock pot, but the knobs are kind of different.
Yeah, it looks like a crock pot. Probably a similar idea, but of course they go a lot hotter than a crock pot.
So what are some common dishes that you make in your house that are like common to where you're living right now, to Australia? I know you make some Thai food, and that would be really good. I would love to try some of that. But what other kinds of things do you make that are
common to where I'm living? Probably a lot of stir fries and that sort of thing. You know, okay. But I don't really make that many. Well, other than like cook up some steak and chips or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't really make that much that's seen as being an original Australian meal.
Yeah. So you pretty much eat your Thai food, and I noticed on one video you were having tacos. So it's like, well, that's totally stuff we do over here.
Mm.
We turn everything into a taco over here in the South.
Oh, I love tacos, and I've always
Yeah,
loved
it's
them.
like my favorite meal. Tacos, enchiladas, it's right up my
Oh
alley.
yeah, I love them.
Yeah, me too.
So I cook also a lot of things that are not necessarily popular here, although tacos have become very popular here from, the old El Paso taco kits that have been in the supermarkets for years and years and years and years, and enchiladas and tortillas and all sorts of things like that. I also cook a lot of popular American and European dishes that aren't
Yeah.
necessarily popular here. And, there's one thing I love to cook that people here don't get is biscuits and gravy.
Oh, that sounds very Southern to me. Hello, Tiny Tim Posey. How are you? That's a very Southern dish, I would
Mm.
say. Hello,
Yeah,
migrant.
absolutely. I
Yeah,
love biscuits and gravy.
biscuits and gravy up here. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner. We can have that for any meal.
Yeah, anytime, yes.
Anytime. So, do you guys make hamburgers over there in Australia?
Hamburgers are really very, very popular in Australia, yes, for sure. I think they're
And
popular everywhere.
what do they
You
put on
know,
your hamburgers there?
pretty much what Americans do, although Australians will often add pickled beet to their hamburgers, or
Yeah, I never knew that. I
pineapple.
just wanted you to tell the people in the chat that had never heard that before. It might have even been my Aussie garden that I heard say that on Lala Farms.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think Daz was talking about they use pickled, using pickled beets.
yeah, that's
Well,
pretty.
they call it beetroot, but yeah, I just call it red beets or pickled beets or that sort of thing, or beets. And I do have some in the refrigerator. I always have some in the refrigerator.
Yeah, the first
You
time I
know,
was watching Ted Wars videos and I heard him saying beetroot, I didn't know what beetroot was.
hmm,
But I finally figured it out after looking at it. I was like, they're talking about beets.
hmm. So yeah, just take it out of the can and put it in one of these containers and keep it in my refrigerator, and it generally doesn't last that long,
Yeah.
meaning that I eat it up fairly quickly.
Yeah. Okay. So what kind of stores do you have in Australia? Do you like have a Walmart? I mean, do you have different type of stores than what we have here, or do you think they're pretty similar?
Oh, I'd love a Walmart. I miss those. Because I did see them, on my travels abroad, and I also miss like Tesco. Here they have a couple of supermarket chains, Woolworths and Coles, which you never see. But of course, we have Aldi that pretty much everybody sees, and they're quite popular.
There's Aldi, a grocery store there.
Yeah, groceries, and they have their
Like ours,
special.
like a discounted grocery store.
Yeah, discounted, yes,
I mean,
and
ours is discounted and you bag your own groceries type of
yep,
place.
yep, same here, yep,
That's cool. Well, I didn't know we had.
and yeah, they also will sell like some specials from time to time, like each sort of week or couple of weeks they have a theme, and one week it'll be their special buys will be camping gear, another it'll be their special theme gardening equipment and gardening gear, and so they sort of have their special buys as well as their everyday grocery items and toiletries and all those sorts of things that are usually in a supermarket. We also have some department stores. There's Kmart, Big W. They're sort of at the cheaper end, very similar to what would be in your Walmarts.
Yeah.
Then there's at a higher level, and they've got very expensive. You have Target, and there's Myer, and there's David Jones.
Yeah.
But Myer and David Jones are very expensive, and they have a lot of designer goods and those sorts of things. I sort of never go into those stores, those two stores, because there's sort of nothing in them that I can really afford. So best not to go.
I understand. Yeah. I totally understand. I live in a small town, so there's not a lot there. So, do you watch TV or do you mostly watch YouTube?
TV. Well, this is my TV antenna. You're going to giggle. I'll put it up close to the screen. It's unplugged from everything. I have a 55-inch TV, and that's just with the Google Chromecast thingy on the internet only. I watch YouTube and then the occasional movie.
Yeah, movies. Yeah, that sounds like me. We have a little bit of Hulu, and then thank you, Pepper, for putting up Ariel's link. I appreciate that. Definitely, if you've not checked out Ariel's channel, please click on the link that the Rusty Pepper put out into the chat.
Oh, thank you, the Rusty Pepper. And I see Daz is here too from My Aussie Garden and Kitchen. So a big hi there to Daz. And I did have the pickled beets out to show everybody, Daz. I don't know if you saw that, but I'm sure you're interested to see that.
Pickled beets. Throw that on your hamburger. I'm going to tell my mom that. I'm going to get you a hamburger and I'm going to throw some pickled beets on it.
I've got to make another hamburger video sometime, so I might even do it with some pickled beets the next time I film a hamburger.
I mean, that's the kind of stuff people, if I had not watched several interviews from several people from Australia, I would not know that little detail. I also, if I had not ever been in Shed Wars, I would not know that people from Australia call chickens chooks.
Yeah, that one really gets me.
Chooks.
I don't use the word myself, but to
Yeah.
me the word sort of sounds like an insult.
Yeah, I thought it was cute because, well, I'd never heard it. So,
yeah.
Are you guys on a lockdown right now?
No, it's thank goodness. And well, a lot of us are still excluded from restaurants and pubs and cafes and that sort of thing, but we won't go into all of that here. I was at the supermarket yesterday. After church, I went just to get some milk and some cola. And for customers and everybody in the supermarkets, we've now just had the mask mandate drop. So, that was really nice. But the workers in the shop still have to wear them, but the customers not.
Okay. Oh, that's cool, Leanne. That will be interesting. And every interview I do, I have that one question. I'm like, maybe I should have asked that question. So, do I have your permission to ask this question?
Yep.
Okay. Are you dating?
No.
No.
No, I'm not lucky. I'm not lucky in that department. So no, I'm single and I'm not dating. So
yeah. Do you have an internet boyfriend?
No.
No.
I've had a couple from time to time, but not currently. No.
Yeah. I was like, she's gonna kill me for asking her this question. She's gonna be like, why did I decide to do this interview? She's asking me about my personal life. But when you're doing an interview, if you have a curiosity question, you just go ahead and ask it. So sorry, I apologize. I apologize. Huh? I should have asked you if you wanted to answer it first. But anyway, you
Well,
answered it.
I always could have declined, on camera, couldn't I? So,
That's right. You could. You're totally open to do that. What kind of jobs have you done in the past?
When I lived in Asia, most of the time I actually taught language, English, a lot of English. I did teach some Malay also in Thailand, and the occasional cooking class.
Did you see what Dad said?
No, I should look down. Oh,
Ariel
yeah.
is making applications now. Oh my goodness.
I guess we just put a thumbs up and say Daz approves, or Ariella approves, just to
Right, there you go.
Daz's,
Am I saying your name right? Ariel, is that right? Ariel?
sorry?
Am I saying your name right, Ariel?
Actually, I pronounce it Ariella.
Ariella, okay. Let's see. I
You know,
will
the
try to remember that.
yeah.
But I always think of Ariel, who was the mermaid in one of the
Yeah,
Disney.
I hear, I get both versions. Usually
Yes,
people
hi,
say Ariel.
Major.
And we sort of get sick of mermaid jokes after a while, don't we?
Hello, Sharon. Oh, love bomb from the Ann Lynn show. Hello, Grace and Fire. How are you? Thank you, Andale show. Awesome, awesome. So you said okay. So you named one job that you did.
Yeah, I'd also worked in a shop, a couple of shops, and worked in a kitchen a couple of times just as a kitchen hand. And then, that sort of pretty much extinguishes my work history.
Oh gosh. I have a very long work history. I've been a cashier. I've been an office manager. I've been a stalker at a grocery store. Hello, Barefoot Lass. I've done medical coding and billing. I've been a receptionist. I've been a paraprofessional in school. I've done it all. I am the jack of all trades, master of none, which means I have a lot of experience and you could put me anywhere and I could probably do it. Except for now, my neck and my back are trying to go out, so maybe not. Okay, I already asked you that question. What kind of music do you like, Ariel? Hello, Tracy.
My music tastes are pretty varied. Of course, I love the Indonesian rock. Peter Pan or Noah. I guess you could sort of put that down as sort of old style rock and roll. I love good country music. I love good rock music. Classic rock. With sort of classic rock. Speaking of
Hello, the NDT show.
Bruce Springsteen, that sort of thing. I love also K-pop, J-pop, Asian pop music.
Yeah. You know who I have playing right now? Billy Joel.
Oh yeah, Billy Joel. I love his music too. Yes. Any of those artists you could probably mention, and I love this and I love that. So my music tastes pretty varied.
Which country artists do you like?
Country artists. Well, trying to think who I'd sort of listen to a lot. Garth Brooks and that sort of genre.
Yay, Garth. Yeah. I like
Yeah,
Garth.
Garth. He'd be about my favourite country artist. Shania Twain, of course.
Oh, yeah. Who's been?
Yeah, they're probably about my favourites of country artists, and I haven't sort of really kept up with a lot. And
Song I could think.
Often I'll hear a song and who's that? I love their song, and then I get busy with YouTube with something else because I've just popped it on my watch later list because that sounds nice. I'll pop it on my watch later list, and I forget to follow them up then after.
Yeah, I've had a lot of jobs too over my life. I only skim the surface of the jobs I've had. I've had my very first job was a file clerk at the food stamp office in the courthouse. That was at 16, you know. So
I'll just give this a bit of a zap. I'm definitely needing another cup of coffee, although it's only half a cup. I made another big cup up and put it in my refrigerator.
okay.
And I'll add some ice to it.
Guys are coming in from the Ann Lynn show. We are having an interview with Arielle Viking, Victuals. And she is over in Australia. If you are interested in doing an interview with the section of Get to Know Them with Gail, just send me an email at the email that is scrolling across the bottom of the chat.
Oh, the major. I had a giggle at that. He said it's beer o'clock. Well, yeah,
beer o'clock at 9 a.m. in Australia. Is that what you're saying?
I think he's in England by the look. He's got an English flag next to his. So
well, maybe beer o'clock where he's at, possibly. Yeah. Oh, I thought of a question I was going to ask you while you were getting that. And now I forgot what it was.
Oh,
the job was operating the carousel at the Hershey Park Museum. Oh, that sounds awesome. One of my favorite jobs years ago when I lived in Rhode Island, I started out just being the cashier part at Blockbuster when they actually had VHS movies. And then later on became like a shift leader type person. And that was like my favorite job ever because people would come in and you would just talk to them about movies and they would have some idea of a movie in their head and they would describe it. And you had watched so many movies because you got to take home like 10 for a whole weekend or something that you would be able to know exactly what movie it was. Or someone would describe the cover of the movie and you knew exactly which one it was. You'd seen them so many times. But I just love that job. That was one of my favorite jobs I've ever had. But my very last job before I left Texas, before I left my hometown, was as a receptionist for an oil company. That was a pretty cool job too, because they used to take me out to eat to these nice steak dinners. You could order whatever you wanted. And I had no significant other, so I would take my mom, and she would just have such a heyday. She could order shrimp or steak or whatever she wanted. She just loved it. Yeah, I also worked with horses. I was assisting someone whose job was to take care of horses, and I would help feed the horses. And there's a few times I did it by myself because that person was working. So I've actually done that job, feeding horses. So when I say I've had all kinds of jobs, hello, Luann with Blackberry Rock Homestead. So if you missed it, there was a major announcement in this video. Minor announcement, major announcement. There was a secret announcement in the video. In this video. But you have to go back and listen to see what it was. It was kind of a shocker. Hello, Southern Boy Prepper. Well, I kept it to myself for a while because I didn't want people to be judgy because I had, 3 channels going on. But it's my job, so there you go. And the crafting thing is just me doing what I like to do. So do you have any plans for your channel, videos that you're planning to make coming up?
Well, of course, a few more cooking videos and a few more outdoor videos. But I do have a big plan that sometime later in this fall, I'd like to make an outdoor camping video.
Oh, that would be cool.
So I've sort of got to get some gear together and do that.
Yeah.
It's something I've wanted to do for a long time, but, the last 2 years we sort of couldn't do that sort of stuff. So it hadn't happened. So I'd like to do that, and of course, film the whole thing and probably, have a couple of cameras sort of going at the time, and it should be quite interesting and fun to make.
Yeah, I think it will be. That sounds like a cool video. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep Gail Southern Living doing whatever she does. I have some more cooking videos coming up. I've been here for a while. Make sure folks smash the like button every time Gail touches her glasses. Okay, let me touch. I didn't even know I was touching my glasses. Am I touching my glasses? You know what happened? Okay, so I was sleeping in my mom's bed, this one back here, and I decided to go to sleep with my glasses. And I bent this side, and I woke up and I thought, oh my gosh, I broke my glasses. And I decided to bend it real slow to see if I could get it back to that spot, but without making sudden moves. So I did it real slow, and I got it back, but it's still going to probably need a little bit of work. So that's what's going on with my glasses. But I didn't even realize I was touching them very much. But I guess I am. That's okay.
I think we've all done that, Gail. I've bent one of these too, and I've been trying to adjust it back that it's right, and you can never get it just quite right.
I think I fell asleep watching YouTube videos in my mom's bed.
Oh, I've done that. Watching YouTube videos.
Yeah. So, if you would like to see the Easter wreath I made, that will be on Southern Sandy Crafts. And that's where I'm going to put my jewelry making, my stitch making, my paper crafts, and everything that I'm doing. So the cat is out of the bag. Sandy, Gail, whichever one you want to call me, has 3 channels. There you go. We are done with that mystery. So yesterday, Mom and I had a root beer float. Do y'all ever have those over there, Ariel? Ever had a root beer float?
I've never heard of them here, but I love a float, and I haven't sort of done it for ages, and I should do it again.
Yeah, just
brilliant.
Ice cream and
here. Yeah.
pour Coke or root beer on top of it, and then you can drink it with a straw or eat it with a spoon. Oh man, that's good stuff. That's what my mom was craving the other day. I'm like, sure, because I was going to the store. She's like, I want vanilla ice cream so we can have a float. And I go, do you have regular Coke? She goes, no, I just have Diet Coke. I said, well, I'll just get myself a root beer, and I'll just make mine with the root beer. So, yeah, the root beer float was so good. No, just beer. Oh, the major. Oh, my.
Yeah, I could imagine it would go well with root beer, yes.
I apologize to anyone whose videos and lives I have not watched. I've been at my mom's house for a week. She just had shoulder surgery, and I'm here taking care of her. This is the first thing I've done YouTube related, other than to just videotape a shopping haul video. Because the day she was in surgery, I didn't want to sit there because I get really nervous. So while she was getting her surgery, I went to Dollar General, and they were having a sale for 10-cent items at Dollar General. So I went in to all the different stores here and picked up a bunch of Valentine items, which I'm going to use for my crafting channel and also use for cool like friend mail. Because apparently all the people in the crafting community, when they send stuff out, they put cute little stickers and buttons and bows and, all kinds of crazy stuff in their stuff. So we call them spiders here. Root beer is not popular here. Root beer is a drink, like soda. Is Daz making a joke or is he being serious, Ariel?
Actually, Daz,
Read his comment. Tell me if he's being serious or just a joke.
I see the comment here. Root beer, you can actually get it here, but it's usually known as sarsaparilla, which is very similar to, your A&W root beer.
Blackberry Rock Homestead has another channel called Blackberry Rock Crafts, which she did say in the chat, so I assume it's okay to say that out loud. I apologize, Luann, if it's not. Hello, Tina Ladybug. Is he making a joke? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, Daz is making a joke. He's obviously typing on a touch screen and, he's having the same problem that most of us have with touch screens is if you touch the wrong letter or you touch over a couple or whatever.
Hi, Les. How are you? Yeah. So. But yeah, I don't know how much longer I'll be here to take care of my mom, but there's a few things that I want her to be able to do on her own before I leave her here by herself. So it's just, so pray for her to continue to heal, for the swelling to go down in her shoulder. You have any questions for me, Ariel?
Okay, Gail, I've got to try and think now. When did you start making videos for YouTube? Now that you've got 3 channels, I knew of 2, but when did you start? I think Gail Southern Living, was that your first one?
Yeah, Gail Southern Living. Mm-hmm. Hello, Critter Creek. August of 2020. So August will be my 2 years.
Oh, awesome. So what was your first video about?
It was me making my my family recipe of hot spice tea, and the video is going vertical, not horizontal. And I make a lot of stuttering mistakes, which I still do, but I feel like I made more of those stuttering mistakes in my first video. I hope that I've improved since that video. And if you want to see it, the video is still out there. My first
uploads was just a few very short film clips that I'd sort of just done for Instagram or what have you. Yeah. And about 10 seconds long or 15 seconds long of just, something boiling on the stove or something like that. And they're still up. And I've actually...
And that's how Southern Candy started. I was just doing
from them.
I was just doing shorts on Southern Sandy just to see how much you could grow your channel from shorts. But in my little bitty town, I kind of ran out of things to video. There's only a certain amount of things to look at here. Yes. And then I wanted to do crafting. I'm putting that channel into a crafting channel. And all I'm going to do is change the very last word. I'm going to add the word crafts to the end of it. So. Yeah. I can't wait to get back and start working on some gardening stuff. And I miss my kitties at home. How big of a yard do you have, Ariel?
Actually down the back here, it's probably a fair size. I'd say this block would have to be like a half-acre block. They talk about the standard house block here as being like quarter acre. Well, this has got to be, it's double the normal house block, and behind this house there'd be like a whole house block or the size of a whole normal back block down towards the creek.
The major's asking what kind of plants. I assume he's talking about me, so I'm going to do squash, tomatoes, jalapenos, tomatillos, loofah, cilantro, carrots, and corn. Probably a few other things I forgot to name. But I need to go back through and do my map again, but I need to do it when I'm actually standing in the yard because I wasn't quite getting everything right.
Would you like a tour down to the bottom of the garden? I can pick this phone up and show you if you'd like, Gail.
Sure. We'll take a tour. Tour of Ariel's backyard.
Yeah, the camera angle mightn't be the best because I'm, doing this through StreamYard on the phone, but it should give everybody an idea. And of course, some interesting content for you all. How's my camera angle, Gail?
It's good.
But yeah, I thought, well, that'll be a great way to really answer your question.
You got a little covered area there that you could sit under, right? That's neat.
Yeah, but it's open right on top, so when it rains, the rain drips through the boards.
Oh, okay, so not such a good area then.
So yeah, not so good.
Some of the videos you did,
just through the jungle.
I've actually been your backyard.
Yeah, this is my backyard and walking down to the creek, which is actually at the bottom of the garden here. So it does give me a great spot to do some filming when I'm doing some outdoor cooking and also for lives, when the weather's reasonable.
I've seen you film that area, but I didn't know that was right next to your house.
Yeah, it's actually on the property here where we live.
Do you drive?
I have a license, but I don't have a car.
Yeah, I understand.
I can drive, but I don't have a car to do it with.
Yeah, I understand. I've been there. Been there. Yeah, it is pretty, isn't it?
I tell you what, this spot down near the creek has probably, kept us sane the last 2.5 years with everything that's gone on.
Yes, I bet. That would be a nice view. I remember when I was at home with my parents, I used to go down by the creek and sit there. She said she doesn't fish. Are there fish in that pond there, Ariel?
There is. I actually have a couple of videos up on my channel. There's one setting up an underwater cam, I think it is, and then there's another one, fish cam. And I actually put a camera underwater using my old phone and just sealing it up in a glass container. And when I had it underwater, it filmed for like about 3 or 4 hours, and then of course I just edited the fish footage into the video.
So do you think there's fish in there?
Oh, there is. Yeah, they're on film.
On
and
film?
Quite nice fish. I've actually seen them here from above as well. When the light's not shining wrong, you can actually see them swimming around here. And I've seen a couple to, like 12 inches in length or even 18 inches in length.
Very cool. That's a nice background. Nice little area there. So nice to have that right by your house. I didn't know it was that close to you.
Oh yes, yeah. It's at the bottom of the garden, so it's why it's sort of taken advantage of quite often for filming.
Yeah, I think I would film there too if I was living there. Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice area. Very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, we're gonna have to send Ariel a fishing pole.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of those kind that breaks down.
I should put one onto my Amazon wish list, shouldn't I, Gail?
Yeah, you should. They could just ship it directly to your house.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ariel fishing. Yep, that's what we want to see. We want to see Ariel pull some fish out of that little
Yeah,
creek.
catch and cook. It would make a great video
It
subject,
would.
wouldn't it?
That would be some great different video content for you. You know, everybody's looking to do something new on their channel that nobody's ever seen, and sometimes it just takes like somebody else looking at it going, man, you should totally do a fishing video there. You know, and you don't have to know what you're doing. That makes it funnier. When you don't know what you're doing, you're like, okay, well, how do I get this little worm onto this little hook thing? And yeah, that would make it funny. I prefer minnows over worms because worms are just really, you have to keep folding them over. Whereas the minnow, you just have to poke it one time to get it to go through. So I prefer the minnows over the worms. Worms still creep me out. Thank you for coming in, Barefoot Lass. I appreciate it so much. What can I get my sister, a woman that has everything? Don't get her something she needs. Get her something she would never buy for herself. That's my opinion. Like my mother-in-law, don't get her stuff she needs. I get her something she doesn't need, but maybe would just like. Last year we got the mother-in-law, father-in-law, we got them both cozy blankets that had really pretty scenes on them. And then I give her little things like things with raccoons on them or little cozy socks, stuff like that. Yeah.
Gail, what's your plans for? Well, we should say this channel, Gail Southern Living. Any special video ideas coming up that you can announce, or maybe there's a few that you'll just keep quiet and surprise everybody with?
Trying to get my brother on. He is starting to work on his YouTube channel again, which is Hog Deer 79. I'm trying to get him on for an interview. I will probably be, the Shed Wars draft is coming up soon, so I will be starting Shed Wars videos, so gardening videos. I have a few cooking videos coming up, stuffed peppers and smothered steak. And those are the two cooking videos I have planned right now. Of course, by this summer, I'll be doing my Tennessee traveling videos, probably all on this channel. So be overwhelmed with Memphis, Tennessee and Nashville, Tennessee videos on this channel. Hello, Scott. How are you? So that's the kind of stuff I have coming up. It's just whatever comes up, basically. But thank you for coming on, Ariel. I have enjoyed your interview. If anyone else is wanting to come on, my email is scrolling across the bottom. Just send me an email and I'll set up a time for you. I have one more date left in March and then I'll be booking into April. And I'm doing them on Sundays at 4 p.m. But if there's another day that's better for you, I can totally do it on another day. That's fine. As long as it doesn't conflict with Garden State Gardener or my sister-in-law, Free Henley Maid. Those are the only two that I just don't miss. And some of the other ones, I don't know when their lives are. I have so many notifications on. My phone is just pinging all day. So
it's
it just,
like this
when I
one.
have time, I go in, I see who's on, and I go there, and it's just by accident. I don't actually know anyone else's schedule. So, but yes, I would like to have some of you guys on for an interview. Some of you guys that are out there in the chat. How much are you selling your t-shirts and sweatshirts for, Ariel?
I'd have to have a look, but they're on Teespring. So I do have the Teespring link on my channel.
Okay. Okay, I'll
So
have to take a look at that.
yeah, it's basically whatever price they're charging.
I don't get to buy stuff very often, but when I get money, sometimes I like to buy one thing from somebody that that I want to support. And obviously I don't get a lot of money, so I don't get to support as many people as I want. But when I get it, I try to be able to try to support some people that I want to support.
I want to get some merch from a few channels too.
I'm about to start
a bit of support.
Started myself. Once I get home, one of my friends is going to help me get a merch store started for my channel. And if it's not specific to that you have to do it per channel, I might even end up doing one for Coupon Gail as well. So if I can do all of them
on the same account on Teespring, because I have 4 different ranges on there at the moment, you could quite easily just on the one account, and I'm sure some of the other providers are the same, just have some different ranges.
Put everything under Gail Southern Living would be so much easier for me.
Yeah, but it's all on the Gail Southern Living on the one page, but it might sort of have like one range. Yeah, one tab. Yeah, in the same store, but just different tabs or different ranges.
Yeah, I think it would be so much easier just to be able to put it all in one place. But we'll see when I get to doing it. And the person helping me with it, I'm probably going to kind of take some of their advice too. So we'll see what happens with that. But I'm going to end the live now. I have to go in and check on my mom and see how she's doing and stuff like that. So, but I wanted to come on and do this interview. I didn't want to have to cancel because I've been wanting to have Ariel on for a long time. So next week, I believe I will have my hubby on for an interview, and it will be on his birthday. So if you guys are interested in meeting my hubby and putting some questions out in the chat for him, and I'm sure I'm going to come up with some pretty funny stuff too. And I actually thought of one funny thing right now while I was talking to you that would be really funny for that interview with my hubby. So I hope you guys will come by and see that. Thank you, Ariel, for coming on.
You're most welcome, Gail.
No, you better.
I'm glad that I could come on and that the time difference sort of didn't cancel either of us out for this one. Yeah, as there is quite a time difference at the moment. Here it's 10:15 a.m. on Monday morning.
Yes, I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're here and we got to finally do this. It's really cool. And I would like to set up a time to maybe come on one of your lives too and just have a chat. I know you've been inviting me and it hasn't quite worked out for my schedule but maybe we could set something up, that'll be a good time for both of us, and I'll just come up and we'll have another one of these. That'd be fun. I had
been for a while doing Saturday your time, but I'm thinking of going back to Fridays because Saturday's Sunday here, and I've sort of started with a home church group on Sunday, so that sort of cuts me out for lives. And actually I'll have somebody else filming the live next Saturday here at 3 p.m. local time. Actually, a few of us are going to meet down at the beach and have a baptism.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Actually, mine. I was baptized as an infant, but I'm actually going to have an adult baptism. So awesome. Nervous. But next Saturday down at the beach. So it's going to be a real traditional baptism, a dunking, not just
And
the sprinkling a little water on the baby's head.
someone's filming it for you?
Yeah, somebody in the church group will be filming it, so I'll have it probably running live on my channel. But of course, I won't be able to interact. So if somebody could come in and run the wrenches, that would be brilliant. But I'll probably just make the chat subscriber only too.
What day is that going to be on?
That would be Friday for you. We're looking at Saturday afternoon, 3 p.m. So
Saturday, 3 p.m. Okay.
that would be Friday. I should Google that, what that is.
Friday for me?
Yeah, for Central Time.
Okay.
So I'll just Google that and we'll see what it says. Mr. Google gets a lot of use on these devices.
Yeah. I need to figure out how to do that. I always have to have the other person convert I think the only, I think you're my second Australian interview. My other one was,
That'll be.
oh my gosh, I can't remember. Bomber Steve, what's the channel name?
That'll be 10 p.m. on Friday evening.
10 p.m. Friday evening. Okay.
Central Time.
Okay. I would have to put that on the schedule for my memory. I think.
But I schedule my lives. Well, I'll be back live again on Wednesday. Well, Wednesday your time, Central Time. That would be about 4 p.m.
4 p.m.
I'll have my normal video premieres Monday. These are talking Central Time. Monday, 7 p.m.
I was cooking dinner. I would have you play while I was cooking.
So yeah, I try to have video premieres. If I can't do it, I'll just run a live impromptu. But I try to have premieres Monday evening 7 p.m. and Thursday evening 7 p.m. That's Central Standard Time.
Oh, you're doing yours. That's awesome.
They're my lives, yeah.
That's cool. I need to start premiering some of my stuff.
I do have one that'll be dropping on Monday. I've got to, after this, go on a creator studio and set all the cards and set the monetization and set, all those things that you do on creator studio. So I've got to do that after this and get that ready to go Monday. And I've got another one to actually edit the video yesterday or the day before, whenever I videoed it. I went live on Saturday. I made some Indonesian sambal, and that's still up on my channel. And that was a 4-hour live stream of making this one.
Wow. Oh.
And yeah, I've canned that one because I'll keep that one a little while. So I canned that one.
That's cool.
But yeah, we shouldn't keep you too much longer, Gail, because I know you've got a few things that you're wanting to do.
Going to check on Mom and see how she's doing. See, hopefully she's sleeping. If she's sleeping, I'm going to be really quiet and come back in here by myself because I don't want to interrupt her. Let's see how she's doing. I have to ask her once in a while, have you taken your medicine? You taking your medicine? Just make sure. Thank you, Ariel.
Welcome, Gail. Thank you.
Okay. Bye, guys. Going to check on Mom. Bye, guys.